Coming up on the Special Chronicles Show, episode 435 this week. If you couldn't tell from the duck sounds, our friend Mallory returns on the podcast, talking about this year's Chicago Ducky Derby and becoming the 2021 Duck Ambassador. We'll talk about this and much more coming up this week on SpecialChronicles.com. The mission of how I started podcasting and started Special Chronicles is giving respect and voice to those of us with special needs. I became an athlete leader of Special Olympics Illinois, and when I recorded the audio of the speeches that I was given and putting those up as podcasts, I soon received messages of encouragement, and I learned that it was a powerful platform and really helping to make a difference in people's lives. 12 years ago, I didn't expect that anybody would want to even listen to me. We have over 42,316 listeners per month. It's a humbling experience. I'm really grateful to make a difference in other people's lives.
This is Special Chronicles.
It's kind of a long
giving
intro,
respect and a voice to people with special needs.
Podcasting since 2008. This is a show where we're broadcasting disability stories from an insider's perspective, and we are giving a voice to people with special needs. This is your weekly guide to find and enjoy acceptance and inclusion.
I shudder thinking how.
Quick question. I know this is last minute. Can we have you maybe step out of frame and then for the introduction?
My voice to those who care.
What? Yeah.
It's time we try. It's time we care. It's time we stand. It starts with a voice.
Welcome back to the Special Chronicles Show. My name is Daniel, founder of Special Chronicles and the Southern Tribal International Global Messenger of the Special Olympics. That is perfect timing. Talk about timing. Our water assistant, our water producer. Filled up my water, so thanks for that. You come up with new jobs behind the scenes. Water producer. Anyways, so excited to as we kick off part one of this new Chicago Ducky Derby series. Before we bring on our guest, this is probably the first time this has happened where the guest is actually, instead of popping up on StreamYard, it's gonna be wheeled in, because that's what you have to do when you're a duck ambassador. You get wheeled in. So with it, but before we get to that, a few housekeeping things that we're going to get out of the way. First, want to let you know that the Special Chronicles Show is presented by the ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program. Learn more about the country's first energy efficiency education program taught by people with disabilities, including video resources and original podcast series and external resource links at SpecialChronicles.com/ComEd. Again, that's SpecialChronicles.com/ComEd. And help us fund the weekly podcast. If you are empowered and love these weekly podcasts and live shows on Special Chronicles, help us fund our weekly shows so we can continue to tell empowering stories behind the microphone to further our mission and vision, giving respect and voice to people with special needs. Please join our community supporters. Make a gift today, SpecialChronicles.com/give. Again, that's SpecialChronicles.com/give. And if you want to make a $250 gift, right? People love thank you gifts, I think, right? People love thank you gifts. At a $250 level, Tim Schreiber will send you a free autographed copy of his new book, The Call to Unite, Voices of Hope and Awakening. Make the $250 gift. You can text GIVE250 to 833-953. 2598, or donate online, SpecialChronicles.com/give, SpecialChronicles.com/give. All the links will be in the show notes in the description below. And with that, please put your, whoa, what did I do? Sorry, I'm messing things up here. Please put your virtual hands together as we welcome back to the Special Chronicles show, the 2021 Duck Ambassador for the Chicago Ducky Derby. As with your virtual applause, it's going to get weird in. Oh, I should unmute her too. That would help. Welcome back, Mallory.
Thank you.
And you never would have thought that you would get wheeled in on a podcast. So now the podcast listeners can only hear us. Video people can see us, and they see ducks. Do we have 6 ducks? Crack pack Q, 3. No, there's 5. 6 is a quack pack. That's not going to fit. Just imagine we got you guys can buy all 6. You guys can buy ducks 26698J, 2668. Oh, it's the same duck. Wait, all these the same duck? Yeah, they're all the. Wait, hold on. Oh, these are not labeled. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Because Coca-Cola. No, somebody labels them. We label them. That makes sense. Okay, I was like, wait, hold on. All the how many ducks? 70,000 ducks all have the same. No, you guys, they're all different. You all could win a
trip to Mexico or a free car.
Yes, free car or trip to Mexico. That's right.
Yeah.
See, that's why it's good to have the Duck Ambassador on. They know all the stuff. Yeah. So with the reason why, if you guys can't see, but there's the ducks are sitting on a tissue box, and we're gonna before we have you reintroduce yourself to our listeners, we're gonna kick it off with a little fun. Cracking fun time, right? Cracking fun time. And so that's what the Chicago Ducky Derby is. So do ducks, Mary, do ducks, can ducks, what's the question? Can ducks blow their nose with a tissue? Crickets. Can ducks blow their nose with a tissue? You think no?
I think so.
No. We're going to find out the answer at the end of the episode. So you guys keep listening.
Yeah, keep listening.
How do you like that for a teaser? You know the answer. We know the answer. You're going to be surprised, but we'll let you know the answer. If Mallory is right or wrong, stay tuned. If ducks can blow the nose with a tissue, we'll let you all know. Nose, beak, it's all the same. It's a nose to us. It's a beak to Splash, the duck, and yeah, same thing. They call it beak, we call it duck. So with that, longtime listeners will remember you, Mallory, from our popular live audience podcast. Hopefully we'll get back to doing that. We'll see. COVID and all, we'll see. But for any new listeners, why don't you reintroduce yourself to our listeners and tell us what disability you were diagnosed with, your role at Special Olympics. I mean, we're both athlete leaders, and at the Chicago Ducky Derby.
My name is Mallory Taylor. Hello, everyone. My name is Mallory Taylor. I am 24 years old. I live in Naperville, Illinois. I was born with Down syndrome.
Good. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a short sponsor break. When we come back, we'll get a little bit more into your backstory and your story with Special Olympics, and a little bit more about your experience with the 2020 becoming the 2021 Duck Ambassador. Our guest is returning guest Mallory Taylor, 2021 Duck Ambassador, fellow Special Olympics Illinois athlete leader. We will be right back after the first break right here on SpecialChronicles.com.
Support for Special Chronicles comes from listeners like you.
I had to reach over
As an independent public media podcast, Special Chronicles will always be there for you. Now we're asking you
I'm
to
not
be
good
there
at
for
those,
us.
So.
As a nonprofit independent media organization, we can only make
I
programs
wrote
like
that he
Special
did that,
Chronicles
so.
It was a fun
with listener support.
Okay.
Our programs provide weekly, candid, honest, and inspiring conversations about the people with disabilities
What
community
tissue?
that creates awareness, support, and advocacy within each week's
No.
episode. Listeners tell us our shows are an enjoyable and necessary podcast for the intellectual and
That's just what
developmental
it does.
disability community
Exactly.
and everyone else who is able to listen to stories about life from a different
Thank
angle.
you. Thank you.
Please, if you and your
Yes, the
family
thing for the
love
heart.
our weekly podcast, make a one-time, monthly, or annual
10 seconds.
gift of thanks
Okay.
today. Support this podcast at SpecialChronicles.com/give. That's SpecialChronicles.com/give. You're listening to the Special Chronicles Show on SpecialChronicles.com. Our guest is Mallory, as this is part one, where we preview the Chicago Ducky Derby. I feel like I'm going to get choked by my headphones right now. Let's. Anybody know CPR in this studio? Okay, so we'll be all good. If hopefully, how would that be for a news story? Athlete gets choked by headphone cable. No, we not. Yeah, not a media story that we want to promote. Okay.
We're good.
Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
So as we get into your personal backstory, what tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I started Special Olympics when I was 8 years old. My first sport was speed skiing. I have won over 50 medals.
Awesome.
And I was a global ambassador in 2014.
Also, and is that 50 medals? Is it? And I know when people ask me how many medals, I can't keep track of how many medals. I'm probably close to 50, maybe. But I honestly can't keep track.
Yeah.
So is the 50? Do you win the 50 medals? It's now 2021, so it's now 50. Not good at math. 1, 2, 3, 53 years. Special. So this July will be the 50th. Actually, when is this episode released? So this it'll be 2021, the 53rd anniversary. Did I do that right? I think I did. So 53. So in 2018, did you win all 50 medals by the 50th, or was that post 50th?
I would say in between, but yeah,
Yeah.
I've been doing lots of medals for different sports that I've been doing.
Good transition. I feel like you have been on a podcast before.
I have.
You've been on this podcast before. So when we talk about podcast transitions, one topic to another, you've done this before. So speaking of winning those 50 medals in a lot of sports, and in addition to being a movement, an organization with leadership and health and education, sports is the foundation to what we do. And so with that, of those 50 medals, tell us about the sports that you compete in that you won those 50 medals.
I've been doing basketball, volleyball, softball, basketball, track and field, golf, and field hockey.
Awesome. And of those, do you have a favorite?
My all-time favorite would just have to be volleyball because I have a amazing coach named Stephanie. She is fun, energetic. She's an amazing coach for volleyball. So
Awesome. And besides sports, and we'll get into unified employment and jobs later on in this segment. But oh boy, I'm not looking at the time. Anyways, let's go on.
okay.
We can take our sponsor break after this, right? Okay, let's just go on. And before we get into your jobs, tell us about your hobbies. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies is I love music. I've been taking lessons for ukulele and for acoustic lessons. For WDSRA, so I've been doing that. And my all-time favorite one is my word search puzzles. It really calls me, and I just like the little piece of quiet in me. So I like that.
Awesome. And as you know, since we're not in school anymore,
That's right.
you're not in school, I'm not in school. I mean, I haven't been, you graduated, I think, like way after me. So
I graduated from high school at 15, yes, but I also got done with STEPS. That's my sales program that I graduated from.
and I've been out of school a little longer than that. I mean, I know with the lack of hair, you guys probably can't tell. But now, so anyways, unified employment is big. I mean, inclusive employment is one thing, but unified employment, what you have at, I'm trying to get this right, with Buffalo Wild Wings and with me at United Airlines, it's the next step. So inclusive employment is a good starting point, and then unified employment, where we are unified with other people like Alex and your mom. I mean, we don't work with them, but you get the idea. Tell us about your unified employment and the jobs of where you work.
Well, I have 2 jobs now. So I'm working at Buffalo Wild Wings. I've been working there for 4 years now. It's a new record. So I usually do portioning and weighing food and stuff. So I've been doing lots of different things there. Like I portion potato wedges, cheese curds, tater tots, different kinds of food and stuff. So I've been doing that for the cooks in the morning first, and then I go out front and greet customers. Like I hand them menus and send them to the tables and just help around the whole restaurant. So yeah.
I don't know if I've ever eaten at Buffalo Wild Wings, but maybe sometime. Have I? Yeah, I probably have. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I probably have.
I also have another job for Organic Life. It's a food program that I do for on my job. So I've been doing lots of food prep, like help out with breakfast stuff, stuff like I do muffins, I do fruits and veggies sometimes.
Do you have a favorite? I know if you ask your parents if they have a favorite kid, that might not be a good question to ask. But at Buffalo Wild Wings, I don't know why I'm comparing kids to food. Same thing. Right?
Okay.
No, at Buffalo Wild Wings, do you have a favorite food?
Well, actually, I got a bunch of favorite foods, but if it's Thursdays, I do tenders for Thursdays, and if it's Fridays, I do boneless wings. My all-time favorite sauce would be teriyaki, because it's really good flavor, and I just like it that way.
Awesome. We're going to take another break in just a couple minutes. So briefly, as you know, in addition to education and health and sports, but athlete leadership is a big part. And so we're both athlete leaders. And what do you like best about being an athlete leader?
I like meeting new people. I like talking about how great Special Olympics is. Awesome.
And what's been a favorite event that you have either spoken at, or maybe some events will just meeting and greeting people? It's called a meet and greet, right? Meet and greet. So is there a favorite event that you have even given us a speech at, or and it could be part of the Duck Derby, like if there's been a.
My favorite event when I spoke at would never be the Cultural Challenge, because we try different roller coaster rides that we do, and I get that speech for that. Just being prepared to try so many rides and just have a great day, and it's just for America.
Awesome. And so I'm trying to, we're going to, in just about 30 seconds, we're going to take another sponsor break. When we do, in just a few seconds, if you want to scoot off camera a little bit so we can take that break, and then you will get wheeled back in to the show, because only the Duck Ambassador can get wheeled on a podcast, right?
Of
so
course,
if you want to wheel off off camera a little bit so we can take the sponsor break.
All right.
And then we are you back in. Anyways, this episode is brought to you by StreamYard. StreamYard is the easiest way to create professional live stream. StreamYard is a live streaming studio in your browser, interview guests, share your screen, and much more. Stream directly to Facebook, Twitter. It doesn't say Twitter in my copy, but trust me, you can StreamYard to Twitter live too. YouTube, LinkedIn, and other platforms. Sign up for StreamYard and get $10 in credit with our referral link at SpecialChronicles.com/StreamYard tutorial. Again, that's SpecialChronicles.com/StreamYard tutorial. We love we love using StreamYard at Special Chronicles. We're using that to do the live video episode. Well, we're taping this, but it's tape. You can still say tape. I feel old by saying tape. We're taping this. Can you tell my age? And yeah, so we love StreamYard, and that's why we recommend it to all of you. And we're going to go ahead and get our cracking on and get our 2021 Duck Ambassador to get Weird back on the show. So the duck was applauding for you. That's how ducks applaud, right? They quack. Anyway. Now, this is the part of the show where we talk about becoming the 2021 Chicago Ducky Derby Ambassador.
Yep.
That's the title, right?
That's right, yeah.
Do we know, and maybe this might be for our producer who's off camera here, and the question for her, but do we know how many Duck Ambassadors we have? Because this is the fifth, no. How many? Oh, she's going to use sign language. Okay. 1, 6. 6. 1. 16th annual Chicago Ducky Derby. That means, have we had 16 Duck Ambassadors? All 16? 16. Okay, good. Awesome. See, it pays to write it down. Okay, here you go. So, you are the 17th. No, 16th. 16th. Jesus, this is the 16th. You're the 16th Duck Ambassador.
That's right, yes.
When you will take us back to the moment when you were, and again, we're kind of going off script a little bit, but take us back to when you first became the Duck Ambassador.
Well, I was honored and so excited. It's a big deal. I was so surprised and it just came out in me, and they picked one person from the team to be the ambassador, and it chose me to be this ambassador. So I said yes. And I found out.
Awesome. And did everybody crack?
Oh, yes. There's definitely a lot of cracks in here.
A lot of cracks. And so how does it now? It's the Chicago Ducky Derby is happening on, with my notes somewhere. Oh, down here. It's on the iPad. Do I have? Oh yeah, August 5th. Yeah. I knew I had it somewhere there. August 5th, which is in. Well, okay, we're taping this in June, but they're gonna hear. You guys will hear this in July 12th, so in about 3 weeks from the time that people hear this. Okay, so it's not that long. Oh. We plan this to air this at a good time. Okay, so by the time you guys hear this, it'll be 3 weeks away. The Chicago Ducky Derby. Tell us, how does it feel to be the 2021 Duck Ambassador?
It feels good and relieved. I was really excited to be this year's ambassador. Just having fun with your friends and family in the city, watching the dust race, and just. I make a day out of it. Enjoy the sun, spend time, and watch the ducks. And
tell us what has been your experience been like so far, out of a lot of the activities that you have done, and what's been your experience like been so far as the 2021 Duck Ambassador?
Well, we are showing ducks a lot. I've been doing a lot of interviews. I was in the Chicago Sun-Times on Sunday. I was in an article, so that came out. I was really happy when it came out that day because, well, it's a new experience for me, and I would like to be similar of attention.
Awesome. So you've done a lot of interviews, like you said, with the Chicago Sun-Times. I'm sure you're probably doing Fox and iHeartRadio. I feel like, hey, this podcast is on iHeartRadio, so on the app.
Yeah.
But and this is an interview that you're doing. I mean, it's probably the only podcast interview that you're doing. So out of all the interviews you have done, and not trying to put any answers, not going to tell you the answer, but out of all the interviews you were doing, and put in newspaper aside, put in all the radio and TV and interviews aside, when it comes to digital media with podcasts, what's been your favorite podcast interview?
My favorite podcast interview. That's a good one, but Special Chronicles with PodmanDan. Yeah. PodmanDan's amazing. He's been doing that podcast over the years, like the one on the Feast Updates we did. The first time when I first met him, we did at his house one time. It was really fun.
Well, and that pizzeria that we did, I mean, we, as you know, we packed the place.
Yeah.
That place is no longer there, but now there's another cafe. It's called Blackberry Market. And we last year, right before COVID, we talked with the manager about doing another live audience podcast. And then COVID came, and that kind of put that live. we were gonna. Last time we did it was in 2015.
Yeah.
2020, we had plans to bring the live audience podcast back, and then COVID came in. So hopefully, another year or so. Hopefully, we can bring that back, and then we can bring a bunch of our other Special Olympics friends and do maybe title on some event, and we can promote. We can promote the duck or plane pole or I'm not big into roller coasters, so I went to that event once, but not my favorite. Anyways, let's go on. With that, we're going to take another break in just a few minutes, but before we take to that, what's your favorite part about the Ducky Derby?
My favorite part of the Ducky Derby. That's a good question. My favorite part would be friends and family are gathered together when we funded the city, watching the ducks, and just enjoy the sun.
Awesome. Let's a little closer to the mic. So, you have a lot of favorite parts, and before we go to and take that our next sponsor break, and then we'll talk after the break about how people can adopt a duck, and then we'll get to a final question that I always conclude these conversations with, these podcasts with. But do you have I'm sure all the ducks are the same. Well, maybe they look the same, but I'm sure each duck has, when people adopt a duck, each duck is unique, right? Each duck has their own name. I mean, right now these ducks have 2669898J. They all have the same number, but like this, what? Oh, okay. So this duck is a blue duck. We've got a red duck. We've got orange duck. We've got pink duck. We've got 2 orange ducks. We've got a couple pink ducks. We've got a couple of red ducks, beak ducks, noses. So do you have a favorite duck? I mean, if people, when people adopt a duck, do you have a favorite duck?
I have all favorite kinds of ducks. Like, they're all different colors, same glasses. I just like each one of them. So,
and out of those ducks, do you have a favorite big stuffed duck? If only he could talk. Do you have a favorite?
Well, actually, we got Splash the duck.
Splash the duck, yeah. And I was just talking about before we went on air with our producer. It'd be awesome if you could put a microphone in that duck. Okay, if there are kids listening, please fast forward a few minutes. Okay, if we put a duck in like a microphone in the duck suit, and then Splash could talk, wouldn't it be awesome?
Yeah, that'd be totally awesome. Because everyone can hear the disguise.
And then, awesome. Special Chronicles could get the exclusive interview with Splash. Wouldn't that be awesome? We'll figure out how we can do that. Maybe we can get Splash in here, and then we could have somebody off camera. Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Special Chronicles Show as we preview the Chicago Ducky Derby right here on SpecialChronicles.com. We'll be right back. Support for Special Chronicles comes from ComEd. Special Chronicles is proud to partner with the ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program.
Segments.
The Energy Force is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities.
Okay.
ComEd is powering lives, and really is powering us here at Special Chronicles to keep the lights on and our technology is powered on. As ComEd powers the lives of us, they're literally giving a voice to people with special needs. We thank ComEd for the generous support of our mission at Special Chronicles. Learn more at SpecialChronicles.com/ComEd. That's SpecialChronicles.com/ComEd. You're listening to the Special Chronicles Show, SpecialChronicles.com. We're trying to figure something out. Now you guys know we talk when we're during the breaks. We'll figure that out. Maybe we can figure something out. Okay. You know what we're talking about. Okay. Anyways, we're back. Our guest is Mallory right here as we preview the Chicago Ducky Derby on SpecialChronicles.com. Tell us, where can we support your duck sales?
Well, for my sales push, you might want to go on their website called www.ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. Follow my name, Mallory. Under my name, Donna Dawkins, and just buy stuff from there.
Awesome. ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. The link will be in the show notes. If you're watching the live video show right now, it's also on the screen. ChicagoDuckyDerby.com.
Yep.
And look under teams, and then Darling Ducklings, and then I'm taking a break this year. Yeah, Darling Ducklings. Yes. Anyways, ChicagoDuckyDerby.com, and how much does it cost to adopt a duck? If somebody wants to adopt, can people adopt Splash? Well, no. Would that be awesome? Would that be awesome to adopt Splash?
Well, actually,
that should be a prize. Somebody should go home with
you
Splash.
can buy a single duck for $5. But for the 6-pack for all these, that's $25 each.
25 for the
crack
pack, and then those $5 for duck. It is
the single one, yes,
for one, yeah. And then it's 6 for 25.
Yep.
And then there was something for 100. There's a
24.
A flock. That's what it's called, a flock.
Yeah, $24 for a flock.
A flock, because the ducks are flocking in a flock. With that, ChicagoDuckyDerby.com is where you can go. And where can our listeners, we just mentioned they can go to ChicagoDuckyDerby.com to adopt a duck. We keep mentioning that Chicago. Somebody should come up with a song. ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. We should ask Bria to come up with a song. Maybe we'll figure that out. Yeah. With that, where can our listeners adopt a duck? And by what I mean by that is, which number one team? What's the number one duck sales team?
That's a good one. The duckling team is amazing.
And it's the number one team
Yeah.
Of all of us athlete leaders. The athlete team. And I'm surprised that nobody has beaten that team. So ChicagoDuckyDerby.com is where you can go. And where can they purchase a duck souvenir? What souvenirs are for sale this year?
All souvenirs will be found on ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. There are t-shirts and duck bandanas too. There's tattoos, necklaces. You can buy anything from them. You can buy anything from those.
What's going on here? What's? Oh, she wasn't in frame? Oh. I honestly.
Okay.
I was like wondering, why is our producer on our hands and knees? Okay. Let's not mention that. Okay. Anyways, Yes, Chicago Ducky Derby is where they can go to get T-shirts and all that and adopt a duck.
Yeah.
We're going to take one final sponsor break. When we come back, we will get to that final question that I always end with, as well as answering the question, can ducks blow their nose with Kleenex?
No, they cannot.
We'll find out at the end of the episode. You're listening to the Special Chronicles Show on SpecialChronicles.com. We'll be right.
Hi, my name is Lisa Noble, and I'm a ComEd Energy Force Ambassador and an athlete with Special Olympics Illinois.
Hi, my name is Daniel Smrokowski, and I also am a ComEd Energy Force Ambassador and founder of a company called Special Chronicles.
The ComEd Energy Force program is a program that hires people with disabilities to teach the public how to save energy and money.
It's the country's first energy efficiency program of its kind.
Saving energy is especially important while everyone is at home due to COVID-19. We're using more electricity than ever before. Just think about how many more times you are opening the refrigerator door these days.
And while the economy is stressed, it's more critical than ever to save money where we can. Following these tips can save energy and money in this time of COVID-19.
Wash your clothes in cold water and use the dryer sparingly.
Your dryer can take up to 7 times more energy than the washer.
Turn off and unplug any electrical devices or power strips you are not using.
Electrical devices can continue to zap power even when turned off if they're still plugged in. We call them vampire devices.
Use LED bulbs.
They use 25% less energy than incandescent bulbs and last up to 25 times longer, saving you lots of money over time.
Keep your refrigerator between 35 and 38 degrees.
And be sure to use Energy Star appliances.
And last but not least, check out ComEd.com/home savings for more tips and rebates.
Lisa and I would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to us today.
Remember, we are all in this together.
Stay healthy.
And stay safe.
Bye. We're back on the Special Chronicles Show. I guess this is Mallory as we preview the Chicago Ducky Derby.
Hello, Chronicles. Welcome back.
Crackles. Is that what we're calling our listeners? Is that a good thing to say? Crackles.
Yeah.
We all being COVID safe, by the way, you guys. We're all fully vaccinated, so if you wonder why we're not wearing masks on this show, that's why. A few final plugs just to get it out of the way. Mallory, where can people go to find out more about the Chicago Ducky Derby? There's a banner up on the screen as well. If you
and you want to kiss our ducks with our dominant ducky team. We have a blast. It's a great way to fundraise for Special Olympics.
So if people want to go, they can go to ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. Use the hashtag ChiDuckyDerby.
Yep.
And ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. Go there, adopt a duck, find out how to follow Special Olympics Illinois. All the links is all on ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. The event begins on August 5th. Is the event day in person, virtual? We don't know yet.
We're not sure yet, but hopefully all of us might do it in person soon. If not, then we'll just do it virtual.
So you guys can watch the virtual festival, 12 noon. And then the splashdown is, let's see, I think I got it right, 1 p.m. Central. 1 p.m. Central Time, ChicagoDuckyDerby.com, August 5th. Mark your calendars. Is there a little, like, a thing that people can add it to their calendar? You think so? Yeah. So you guys just go to your calendar, go to August 5th, put Chicago Ducky Derby, and join us.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the details, ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. Isn't that easy? Like, I don't know about you guys. I think we all put it on our calendars, right? August 5th, we block out the day, and yeah. So hopefully we can get back to in person. And so a question I'm going to save that final question with the end, but and that I usually end these podcasts with, and I'll conclude with you as well. I'm trying to remember the question, but what's a message that you have for our fellow 23,000 athletes in Special Olympics Illinois to get involved in the Chicago Ducky Derby? What's one message that you have?
Anyone can show ducks with our darling ducky team. We have a blast. It's a great way to find ways for Special Olympics.
Awesome. So, great message. And as you know, inclusion is big with Inclusion Revolution, and inclusion is big at Special Olympics and Special Chronicles as well. And so I always conclude a lot of these conversations with talking about what does inclusion mean to you. And everybody has a unique answer. When I, in Abu Dhabi at the World Games, interviewed Mark Shriver, I think you saw that video. At least Special Olympics USA shared it out. We've got the clip. I think yes, I don't know if we still have that clip. Yeah, it was part of the Abu Dhabi Daily Show, but I actually, when I asked him that, I kind of answered it myself. I'm not going to answer it myself today because we all have different unique answers. So I'll ask you, what does inclusion mean to you?
Inclusion means to me that all different kinds of people make great friends, wanting to learn to be respectful and kind to everyone.
Awesome. And as we said when we were in Abu Dhabi, be unified. And so I think we can say that here, right? Be unified. And I feel like what we said with using people with determination, we should use that here too, right? I think we should adopt that. Before we let you go, I know we both have a, I don't know if you're going to hop on that Cruising with Athlete Leo's game night or not. I know I'm hopefully going to hop on that. So as we all get back to the rest of our day, we want to remind you to get involved. Adopt a duck, ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. And any final thoughts on your overall time here today on the Special Chronicles Show you want to share with us?
Yes. I just want to say thank you, Dan, for having me on the show. What a great segment. What a great way to kick off this awesome Chicago Ducky Derby. I'm looking forward to watching the dogs race, which is these guys right here. Thank you for watching our segment, and see you next time.
Awesome. Yeah, all the ducks here are going to, these ducks, you could, if you adopt this duck, $5, crack pack, flock pack?
The flock pack is $24.
That's the thing. Flock pack. Flock pack. Can't say it. Flock pack, crack pack, adopt a duck. This could be yours. You could walk home with a call.
A call or a trip to Mexico with your family.
ChicagoDuckyDerby.com. All the links will be in the show notes if you want to adopt a duck. Hopefully you can, so we can continue competing. We can continue with the leadership programs and the health being what the world's largest health organization as well. So we can continue all these sports, leadership, and health and education programs. That's why you should all adopt a duck.
Yeah.
And until then, we hope you all would choose to include, as we have a cracking good time. Stick around to the end for coming up on next couple episodes. So until then, have a cracking good time.
Thank you. Bye.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
still on? Before we're still here. Before we go, we've got to answer a question. It wasn't in the show notes, but dude, what's the question again? Did you write it down? Can ducks blow? I should know this. I made up the question. I don't remember the question I made up. Can ducks blow? I feel like that's the question. Can ducks blow their nose with a tissue?
No, they cannot.
No, and our producer think. Well, she knows the answer, so she's gonna say yes because she knows the answer. And our water producer thinks no. So we've got two no's. So the answer, according to we Googled, do ducks blow their nose? And the answer, you guys see, I've got my phone here. Ducks need a deep enough water bowl that they can get their whole bill in it. They blow out through their nose holes to dislodge any food that's stuck, and they need to submerge their faces to do this. Make sure the water bowl is not deep enough that they can't get out through as they will climb in it. So the answer to that question means that ducks can blow their nose with a tissue.
There you go.
There you go. So now, when you go to the Chicago Ducky Derby, August 5th, you can now tell all your friends, ducks, ask them, can ducks blow the nose? And that's the fun facts that you get on this podcast. We'll see you next time, right here on this next week.
Ducks.
We'll see you next week. Buy some ducks.
Bye-bye.
And we'll see you next week. Coming up on the Special Chronicles Show in July and August 2021. Thank you, Oscar. Backgrounds. Thank you, Oscar. Okay. And United Family for choosing to include and accept us.
5 people?
5 people.
Daniel, I'd love to do your podcast. Anytime you want to do that. And thanks for being here. I'm proud of you. Oh, gosh, 5 pod. So many.
So please go and subscribe to the Special Chronicles Show on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. And I'll see you on the show. Let's go off here. Up here.